In this video, we're going to take a look at Thrive Ultimatum, which is a great way of selling more stuff to your customers. Thrive Ultimatum basically puts countdown timers anywhere on your website to sell more stuff. So let's take a look at this awesome plugin. In this video, I want to show you guys a really powerful plugin that was released not too long ago by the guys at Thrive Themes. It's called the Thrive Ultimatum plugin, and if you're selling anything on your website, this plugin is absolutely killer. It basically puts timers on your website to create what's called scarcity, so the sort of fear of missing out, countdowns, sales ending soon, that kind of stuff, things we're used to seeing on TV and in promotions with coupons and so forth, but bringing it to the web, bringing it in your hands, really easy to add to any kind of page, post, promotion, anything you're doing, whether it's a limited time offer or a limited time offer that you want to be triggered when somebody visits your site for the first time or comes from an email. These guys have thought of everything. So if this is something you want to be doing on your website to push people visiting your website to buy, this is really, really powerful. It has been shown that if you use scarcity, people buy a lot more than if they think that there's time infinite. Because if you can wait, you will wait. Whereas if there's a deadline, people do stuff. And that's why this really, really works. So as you've been watching this, you've seen the countdown timer ticking on my 404 page. So I've just put that on my 404 page so that it's not showing to anybody else. And you can see here you have a bar on the top with the offer, the time left on the offer, and a button to go to that offer. That's the basic implementation of Thrive Ultimatum. You can also do it on the bottom or in the sidebar or in any specific location on a page or a post you want using a WordPress shortcode. So they're the four main options you have. And there's also a bunch of different campaigns you can implement. So let's dive in and have a look at the plugin and the dashboard. It's actually pretty simple. You have all of your campaigns that are running, so your limited time offers and the order of priority you want them shown, because sometimes they overlap in terms of where they're showing, so you have to order them in priority. And basically these things run until your timers run out. So if you've put a deadline on them, they'll automatically stop, they'll automatically turn themselves off. So when I had a new course running a couple of months ago, I had this running on my website and the bar was at the bottom of the website, and when the offer ran out, it disappeared. So it's really cool because you don't have to worry about turning stuff off either. It turns itself off automatically. So it's really cool. So let's start a new campaign and have a look at what's available. So there's four basic campaigns that you can implement from the tool itself, or you can create one from scratch. Well, scratch is one of the four. So there's the 7-day offer, which is 7 days from when it starts, the offer runs out. And if we have a look at that, it also has 3 days before the offer ends. It gets more pressure, the message changes, the color changes. You can change what is shown throughout the campaign as well to create more pressure as the time is running out. So that's also really powerful in this. The Christmas special, which is basically just a specific date end. So you say on the 31st of December or on the 25th of December, this offer is ending, or you can have this offer ends in 7 days from today, or you can have end of month. They're very similar kinds of ideas. But we're going to take something from scratch here and create an offer from scratch, and I'm just going to call this scratch. So you can see the three main areas that we need to choose in order to make our campaign, our scarcity campaign. The first is the type of campaign, whether it's a recurring campaign, a fixed date campaign, or an evergreen campaign. The fixed date is what you'll use in most cases. That's basically when you have an offer that will end on a specific date. The recurring obviously will happen maybe on a specific day of the month. And the evergreen is used when you're triggering campaigns, usually from an email, so that everyone who signs up to your email, no matter when they sign up to your email, gets that campaign for 7 days after they visit your website. So it's really, really powerful. You can have a 7-day offer or a 5-day offer for anyone in your email list from the day they actually click on the first email. So you don't have to have specific campaigns set up all the time. It can only be available to your email subscribers. And I'm using that for selling my courses as well. So that's really, really powerful. So the first thing we're going to do is look at a fixed date campaign. So then you take the start date, we can take tomorrow, and the end date we can take in 7 days. And it takes your local time. And then it sets a timeline down the bottom here. And within that timeline, you can set other timers that appear closer to the end date. So if there's 7 days with 2 days to go, you can change the message. With 1 day to go, you can change the message. With 1 hour to go, you can change the message. It's up to you what you want to do. Obviously, you don't want to go overboard, but the option is there to show different things at different times as the timer is counting down. What you can also do is then decide, after choosing your campaign, you can decide where you want it to display. And with all Thrive products, you have the option to drill in specifically on where you want something to be shown. It can be your homepage, all pages, all posts, specific pages and posts, specific categories, specific tags. You can exclude things, include things. Basically, you can display things anywhere or not anywhere specific that you want using this particular template here. So if I just say, okay, I want it on all my pages and posts, I would just click these two and that would put it on my whole website. So that's generally what you want to do. Or it could be that you only want people seeing your blog posts to see a promotion. Then you can do that as well. So this is really, really powerful, and it's available in pretty much everything that the Thrive guys do. So you've chosen the type of campaign, you've chosen where you want to display it. Now you have to choose your template, and we can take the top ribbon, the bottom ribbon. They're pretty much the same, they just display in different locations. You can take the sidebar widget or the short code, which is where you paste something into your page specifically because you want it in a specific location, which most people won't do. You'll choose probably this one, the top one here, or the bottom one. And then it points here and says we need to choose a design. So we click on that little pencil, and then we get an empty template, and we get to scroll through and see all the different colors and the different options. Obviously they'll appear wider than that once we choose them. So what we're looking for here is more or less a style of the timer, the style of the button, and the colors that we're interested in. So let's just pick one here with a background on it. And you have the text, which you can edit. You can change the color. You can change the color of the timer, the buttons, the size, where the button leads to, which page it goes to, obviously the sales page. You can completely edit this as well. It uses the Thrive Content Builder, which is built into this. So you can add text, you can add pictures, you can do anything. But in general, I would keep it pretty simple because you don't want to take too much space on your website. And that becomes an issue on mobile where Google's cracking down on that. You don't want this to take too much percentage of the space of what's visible on your website. So just as it is, it looks pretty good. And if we do a quick preview of that, you'll see what it looks like. And the bottom here will be your normal website, and this is the timer displaying. And as I said, we can go in and change the offer, this great offer, and then as you see it does a line break there, so you want to be careful of that. You can change the font size to make that fit. We can change that to a 30 font and change that to orange. Obviously orange doesn't look as good. You can change the button color, change the button to a square style or with an icon. But again, you have to be careful of how big things get because it takes too much space and obviously doesn't look very good anymore now that I've butchered this, but that's what you can do with this tool. Really, really powerful. So back to the template, we've chosen the template, we've chosen the type of campaign, the starts and the end dates. We've chosen where it's going to be displayed, and we can also then click on here and add other timelines to show a different kind of ribbon at a different kind of day or time or hour. So I'm not going to do that, but that's possible. And you can also go into what's called lockdown, which is if you're sending out campaigns to people by email and they're clicking on a link, that only these people can see that campaign and not anybody else. That's also a possibility. You can completely exclude people from being able to see your campaign, and only the people who go via a link can see the campaign. So that's really powerful as well. So that's pretty much it for this tool. It gives you full flexibility on what kind of campaigns, how they look, where they appear, how long they run for, what appears during the campaign. It turns itself off automatically, and it pushes people to buy by showing them a timer using scarcity. This is really, really powerful, and with this tool, really, really simple to implement on WordPress. So if you're selling something, I recommend you get this, because it's not really expensive and it's a one-time cost of $97. And if you're selling products, this could pay itself back with just one sale. You can click on the link below the video and get straight to the tool and buy it there. As I said, it's a one-time cost. And if you want more videos like this, you can click on the related videos on the right. There's other videos related to the Thrive Content Builder for building pages and Thrive Leads for getting more email addresses. Tons of great products from these guys. I recommend you check them out.